Hello, this is Alyssa with Patriot Marketing. We had reached out to you guys, I believe it was last week, maybe Friday, and we had promised this free video. Normally, I would have had this out right away, like later on in the day after we had reached out to you. However, my husband and I, we had something come up. We had a death in the family, so I do apologize for the delay in this video. But anyways, here it is. I am going to keep it short and sweet, and I just really wanted to provide some value to you and give you some tips and tricks on how to really maximize your traffic online and increase your business online. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I wanted to point out a couple of things that I really liked about your website. I like the picture in the background. It really shows, just all these pictures just show what people could be looking at in their very own home. There's a lot of great pictures here and that I just love. Also, there was this contact now, the get a free estimate. I don't know if this is a click to call button, but it has a phone number on there. Yeah, it's a click to call button. Maybe label it as call us instead of get a free estimate, and then instead have a form for people to fill out for that estimate. I don't know if I saw a form down here. There's a click to call all the way at the bottom, but I would label the top button as a click to call, as call now or something, and maybe have a form for people to fill out. Those really help with converting people over as clients. With the click to call, when someone is already taking the time of day to call you, they're more likely to convert over as a client. But something I did notice is there's not a whole lot of content. Maybe this short paragraph here, this one here, this one here. There's not a lot of textual content here. And content is anything I can highlight, whether it be text or pictures. In this case, I'm talking about the text because there's not a whole lot of it. You have great pictures, but the reason why you want a lot of content is so you can rank for a lot of different keywords. Keywords, for example, kitchen remodeling San Diego. It has a low competition number here at a 7, and a high search volume, so of 250 per month. And all of these have their individual search volumes per month, all adding up to a total volume of 1.4 thousand search volume for your field of work and area that you serve. And so that's a lot of volume to be had that you're not getting because you don't have these keywords in your content. So when people search them, you don't come up under their search at all. So people are not able to find you without those keywords and without that content. So it's really important to put yourself in a position to be found, and to do that, you would need a website with a lot of content containing the keywords you want to need to be found for. I would even go as far as saving these images as keywords and then re-uploading them to your website, so now that picture would count as content towards your website. It's a really sneaky way to put a keyword into your content without actually putting it in the text. Some people even save them as their competitors' website so that they can rank for their competitors' names. I don't advise that, but it's kind of sneaky. But anyways, with the reason why content is so crucial for a website to rank is because when Google crawls your website, they not only see that you had that content, but the keyword verbatim within your content. And it allows you to rank faster and more efficiently because Google feels that the more content you have on your website, the more likely you are to be an expert in your field. And their whole goal is that when someone is searching on their platform, they find the information quickly and efficiently. So if they were searching remodeling San Diego, California, they're going to rank the people that they believe to be more an expert in that field, aka have more content on their website than the people who have less content, because they want to make sure that the people that are searching, that they're taken care of. So long story short, more content you have, the more likely you are to be found, because Google wants to be sure that people searching on their platform finds the information quickly and efficiently. So that concludes my first tip for you with the content and keywords. I'm going to move on to my second key tip for you, and that would be to build upon this Google Business Profile. I don't know that you have one, as when I searched your guys' business, a bunch of these competitors showed up on the side here. So maybe getting a Google Business Profile would be something you could start out with and then expanding upon it. It really maximize the amount of volume and traffic and business you'd be getting towards your website. And what I mean by that is when people search for any given keyword, there's a lot of ways in which they can convert over as a client. I can actually go over to this tab here because the first couple things that I am going to go over are shown. I just want you to know what it looks like, not your field of work and not the area that you serve, but I just want you to see these. So you have the local ads at the very top. These capture the people who click on the very first thing that they see. It is also Google guaranteed up to a certain dollar amount, so if something happens or goes wrong, the people using the local ads trust that Google will make it right monetarily. So also, as you can see, when I hover my mouse over these local ads, there's the phone number, the company's phone number that drops down here. And like I was talking about the click to call button earlier, when somebody clicks on that and they're already taking the time of day to call you, they're more likely to convert over as a client. So the Google ads themselves don't have as high of a conversion rate. However, because of their location being underneath the local ads, they put you in a position to be seen by a lot of different people, and they are also a lot cheaper. I'm going to go back over here because the rest of what I'm going to talk about is contained on this tab. So you have the Google Map Pack here. The people who search this way, they want to see a company that is local and in the area. I am one of these people. I also like to see how far I have to drive to get to the company that I want. So that way I know how far to drive. But regardless, these people listed in the Google Map Pack, they can pull up to 40% of the traffic. So if we were looking at a keyword, I'm just going to use this one because I like this one a lot, even though I didn't use it, but it has a search volume of 250. If I was using this, that has a search volume of 250 per month, so 40% is 100. So you're looking at a great chunk going straight to these competitors here. They're just gone. They're eaten up by the Google Map Pack. But the rest of that 60% is going to trickle down throughout this page. And so that leads me to ranking organically. Ranking organically, the concept is pretty simple. The higher you're ranking in Google, the more traffic are going to pull to your website. So these people up here are doing way better than the ones all the way down here. And people rarely go to that second page of Google. So it's really important to note that when you're ranking organically, you want to be ranking high enough to be on that first page of Google, so you get that traffic to your website. So that concludes my second tip for you. My third tip, and it actually does have to deal with ranking organically. The way you would rank organically is by building the strength of your website. And so I have you plugged into my little tool that shows you where you're at in your online presence. It's called Ahrefs. But this shows where you're at, and the way you would build the strength of your website is by adding backlinks and referring domains. So backlinks, looks like you only have one. Not all of them are high quality. You have high quality ones and poor quality ones. So if you don't have any zeros, but if you had any, I would suggest replacing them with good quality ones. It looks like you have a 7 in UR for that. So it has some quality to it. I would add more high quality ones though. And when I say high quality, maybe like up in the 20s, 30s, 40s range for those backlinks there. And so you would add the backlinks and then also the referring domains. It looks like, again, you only have one referring domain. The best way to describe what that is you provided services for somebody, they decided to blog about the services you provided them, and so they have a link back to your website. That would count as a referring domain. Referring domains can have a lot of power, some more than others. Let's take a look at the one referring domain that you have. It is at a number 14, not a 0, but you want high power ones, and with referring domains, the more power you have with those, the higher these numbers are going to be, and you want a one-to-one ratio with UR and DR, and you want as high of a number as possible. And generally speaking, with remodeling and just contractors in general, we want to see you guys at the 20s, 30s, 40s range. You aren't showing any data for UR, and you're at a 0 in DR. You have no organic keywords and no organic traffic. So your website's just not doing anything for you. But let's take a look at what we should be seeing. So we're going to take a look at one of your competitors. I found these guys ranking organically at the number 1 spot here. So, and they're also in this Google Map pack. So they're getting a lot of traffic. So let's take a look and see where they're at. First of all, this is their website. They could have more content on it, personally, in my opinion. But what I really wanted to show you was this. This is where they're at. They have 8.003 thousand backlinks. I can guarantee that not all of those are high quality. If we take a look at their backlinks, they're at 23, 21. Yeah, they have some good quality backlinks here. I'm not seeing any zeros yet, but the further down we get, the less quality we get too. So, and I can probably tell you that there's a 0 here somewhere, and it's loading. Yeah, there's some zeros back here, just some low quality backlinks. You don't want any poor quality backlinks. These aren't going to do anything for you. You don't have any zeros backlinks, but you only have the 1, so just add more of these, of the higher number quality of backlinks. And then as for referring domains, this is where they're at. As you can see, they have higher numbers, the one referring domain that you have. So I would add a lot of these high power ones. It just means that they're more trusted by Google. So it'll allow you to rank higher. They have some zeros here, but they also have a ton of referring domains and a lot of high power ones as well. So yeah, I would suggest adding a lot of referring domains. And if we took a look at their organic keywords, I would like to show you some examples of keywords that you would want to rank for. So you don't want to rank for something like this, the near me things, because that's a national keyword, and that's going to bring a lot of unnecessary traffic to your website because it's not a narrowed keyword. It doesn't have the area in which you serve. So you could get somebody looking at that from outside of your area, like maybe Bakersfield, California, and they don't use you because you're not in your area. It brings them to your website, but they're an unnecessary traffic because they're not going to convert over as a client. They likely aren't. So you want a lot of these service keywords that are more directed towards your area. So like kitchen remodels San Diego, there's my favorite keyword right there. That's just something, you would want to rank for. So they have a lot of those service keywords. Those are examples of something you would want to rank for. These are examples you don't want to rank for. So with that said, there's a lot of things in which you can do to bump yourself up in Google. And as you can see, they're almost at a 1-to-1 ratio, just 3 off in the 40s range. Now, there's a lot. So with bumping yourself up in Google, without that content and without those referring domains and without those backlinks, you're really limiting yourself as to how much traffic and how much business you're going to be getting to your website. We saw no data here with what you have. So I would suggest adding all of those. Those would be my main tips for you to focus on. If you want to have any comments, questions, or concerns, You can reach out to my husband or I. We would love to get in touch with you and help you out in any way that we can. And I hope that this has been helpful and informative. But with that, you have a great rest of your day, and God bless.